Hi, I'm Randy Laughlin, and I'm at the moment. Man, I'm old, so I've had a long career. I've been working with data since the early days. I was a computer science guy. I was a data engineer nerd and an entrepreneur. So I've started a number of companies all around data, largely around linear viewership data. So since about 2006, I've been working with linear viewership data and using that data to provide advertising decisions. So worked with a number of companies, Navic that we sold to Microsoft, and then I started a company in about 2012 called IronGrid. And what IronGrid did was we built large data sets, commingling and bringing together lots of different types of set-top box data from different MVPDs. And we grew that, ultimately sold it to VideoAmp. We became kind of the linear side of VideoAmp. When VideoAmp was ready to go cross-screen, it was a DSP. We brought our linear data in, and it turned into a cross-screen platform for measurement, for planning, everything we do today. Kind of the pivotal point was when we brought the linear data in it with my team. So that's what kind of brought me where I am today. I'll be at VideoAmp for 7 years now this July. So VideoAmp over the last couple of years really has pivoted in a number of different ways. We had a completely different executive team come on board about 2 years ago, so that, a lot of change in the organization. And at the same time, we pivoted our entire tech stack. So our tech stack is now all API driven. So we still, provide the same solution: measurement, planning, attribution, everything that we've done before, but now it's all API driven. So it's open up to, a lot of different organizations that can now tap into it, as opposed to it being UI focused. So right now it's about scaling that, right? So it's now we pivoted the executive team, the organization is in place. We've pivoted the tech stack, and it's all about scaling that entire business right now. So audiences, rolling out audiences, rolling out new planning products, rolling out outcomes, so the ability to actually understand the full sales funnel and how your advertisements are impacting that. So there's a lot going on right now, but it's really, the last 2 years is about getting us to this point to be able to scale. So funny story with TiVo is that IronGrid, the company that I mentioned that we started in 2012, we started as a consultancy. So we built, and it was actually with Rovi, which became TiVo, we built most of the infrastructure for their linear data processing. So our guys, were in there, we were consulting, we built their whole platform for not only pulling all the data together, but for distributing it out to all their partners. So we're a beneficiary of that now at VideoAmp. So we knew the platform already. We knew how good it was. We knew, there weren't going to be service interruptions. We weren't going to have the problems that we would have typically with other data sets. So it was a really easy decision early on. Here's a good example. A couple of years ago, we were using a content metadata set for our linear feed from another company, which was owned by one of our competitors, which turned out to be our biggest competitor today. And they basically waited to the very last moment and told us they were terminating the contract. So we had 90 days to replace our content metadata and linear data. And if you understand it at all, it's woven through everything. So it is a big deal. Negotiate a contract within like 8 days. We had the data within 2 days. Their team was there working with us on all the transition from the other data set to the TiVo metadata set. And basically we were up and running probably about a week before the deadline and did not skip a beat. That's a great example of how a partner, helps out and works with it. That's why we work with TiVo. How about like International Nap Day? Everybody has to take a nap at some point during the afternoon. Here's one, and I'm not sure everybody will find this controversial. People take it way too seriously. And I have a good friend that was one of my IronGrid partners that years ago, back in 2006, before we sold a company to Microsoft, everybody's losing their mind about something going wrong on some ad placement or whatever it was. And he said, stop. At the end of the day, we're not doing brain surgery here, we're selling ads. And it's like, if you can take that perspective, it's a lot easier to deal with it. But people take it really, really serious. And I get it, there's a lot of money on the line, but at the end of the day, we're selling ads.